Hey there folks, it's Jimmy Stewart here, hoping this is finding you all doing well as we turn into 2021 here. A happy, healthy, and safe New Year's to everyone. Today's video, we're going to continue on the classic vintage guitar series here on the channel. And actually we're up to volume or number 9. And this guitar might bring a little bit of heat on me. I'm going to have some folks tell me it's not a classic guitar and it's not a vintage guitar, but I believe it's both. Okay, now the guitar is 21 years old. It's almost into that vintage time frame. It's old enough to vote, and it is a classic because of how it came to be and what it actually is. And I'm talking about this guy right here. This is a Martin backpacker. Now, for some of you that are not familiar with this guitar at all, just a quick brief history. This is made by C.F. Martin, licensed from a luthier that, well, let me tell you the story. It was back, so I guess around 92, 93, Chris Martin had gone to a folk festival in Philadelphia, and he was kind of perusing around the different stalls and the different places that were set up there, and he saw a guy named Robert McNally who was making these guitars. Chris thought they were very cool, thought they were unique, and thought that they would do well for Martin. So he kind of got into a deal with Robert McNally at that time and licensed the build for this from McNally to start building these guitars. And again, that was around 92, 93. And the rest is really history. The Martin Backpacker has been a good seller. Again, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's designed to do a couple of things, and that is to be able to take this guitar just about anywhere. It weighs next to nothing, and you can throw it in your backpack and take it out. Campfire guitar, practice guitar, all kinds of neat things. And there's a lot of people that actually play these and record with them, which I have done. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a unique little guitar. It's kind of awkward to play without a strap, but it can be done. And once you get used to it, it's pretty cool. So this is a 99, I believe, or it could be an early 2000. But it was before they made the change. And the change is what makes this a classic, in my opinion. Now, the changes that they made in 2002 was that they stopped making this out of a single cut hand-sewn piece of mahogany, which this guitar is, and I'll show you in the up-close video. But now the 2002 and beyond models, they increased the body size a bit to make it a little bit more louder with a little bit more bass response. It has a heel at the 15th fret here, which this does not. Again, so now it's not a single piece, unfortunately. They increased the size of the headstock and put the Martin logo up there instead of having it here like they did with the original guitars. So these early models, the original Backpacker, are becoming harder and harder to find, obviously, and becoming actually more prized by collectors, which is kind of weird because this wasn't a very expensive guitar. I think they were running about $150 right around there when they first came out. I think they're now, the newer ones are $2-something. And you can get these in nylon string now. You can get them with the little piezo system with a pickup in them. This is the original steel string, one piece, no truss rod, cool tuners, a very neat guitar with a solid Sitka spruce top and a one-piece mahogany body all the way up. So I think it is a classic, and the more these are becoming rarer, people using them as boat oars, I don't know, but they're pretty cool guitars. And like I said, there's a lot of things that you can do with this to make it a little bit more unique. When you're recording, for instance, I use it for getting that little bit of banjo-y type of twang. And I gave you an example of that when I did the episode with the Dan Electro guitar. I gave you a sample. I actually played the song on the review of that guitar, the version of When the Saints Go Marching In that I did on one of my albums. And I asked you in that video, if you haven't seen it, check out the link here. I asked you in that video what you thought the other guitars on that particular track were, and this was one of them. This is playing the lead pieces, and I'll give you a little sample of that. This is the Martin Backpacker doing the lead guitar tracks in that particular track. Have a listen. So recording-wise, you can get some really cool sounds out of these guitars. Again, like I said, it's a little difficult to play without really a strap, but once you get used to it, you can. You can be played, but it's much easier with a strap, obviously. That way you can at least hold the guitar up a little bit better to get a little bit of access to it. They're pretty neat. It's got a unique sound, almost a cross between a banjo and a mandolin and a small parlor type guitar. Again, these were designed to take out, throw into a backpack, or throw into a plane cargo area or whatever to give you, or you know, if you're a player, to give you a campfire type style guitar. These have been all over the world. They've been to both poles. They've been to the summit camp at Mount Everest. They've even been to space on the Challenger space shuttle. So I think a unique guitar, a classic to be sure. At least the older models certainly were. And a cool, unique, not everybody's cup of tea type of guitar, but a cool little thing. I think Chris Martin did a great job when he decided to license these from Robert McNally. And we now have the Martin Backpacker guitar. They're pretty cool. Oh, and I'll show you the gig bag this comes with as well. It's a cool little gig bag, and again, these guitars weren't very expensive. They're extremely light. You know, I think they're pretty cool. Kind of unique sounding. Let me show you the case. So it comes with this backpacking case. It's a folded gig bag. As you can see, it's got the CF Martin Backpacker on there. It's pretty nice. It's got some padding to it. And then you do have an accessory pocket here for a strap and strings and that kind of good stuff. You do get some looks when you take this around. Now, I had this at a hotel in Philadelphia a couple of times. And interesting story, when I walked in with the guitar, I got some kind of weird looks from a couple of people that were standing there, and come to find out was one of the security people from the hotel. And I explained to him that it was a guitar, and in fact I even opened it up and showed it to him because I was getting some pretty weird looks. They never stopped me, but they were giving me some weird looks. Now, and if you walk into a hotel with something like this, I guess you might get some looks, but anyway, I opened it up and showed it to him and told him it was just a guitar that I take so I can practice when I'm on the road. And they were fine. Again, this is very, very light. You can take it just about anywhere, and you could throw it over your back and put it on just about anywhere, I guess, to take along with you. Now, I know some people, if they're going to be a little rough or take it on a rough trip, they'll, you know, wrap a towel around it and stick it inside the case, because you do have some room in here. And there's, you know, there's fairly minimal padding, so if you were going to be bouncing it around in the back of a ATV or something like that, I'd probably wrap it in a towel as well and throw it in that case. But I've taken mine on the road, but nothing too strenuous. Again, pretty cool little campfire guitar. It has its own unique place, and I've recorded a couple of things with it, and I think that's an interesting use of it as well. Like I said, they do have models now where it's got the pickup built in, and they got a nylon string, I think, and there's a couple of other ones. I haven't really paid much attention recently, but I know they changed this in 2002, and I was glad I was able to get one of the originals before they did change it. So, that's going to do it for today, folks. This is a quick intro to the Martin Backpacker, why I think it's a classic, and of course a vintage guitar. Maybe the market will really increase on these, and I'll be sitting on my retirement dollars here, huh? What do you think? I doubt it too. But anyway, I think they're pretty cool. If you're in the market for something like this, they still make them. Kind of a unique guitar to have in your collection if you're looking for something like this. So we're going to call it a day today, folks. Thank you so much for stopping into the channel. A very happy new year to everyone. And please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Please all take care of yourselves. Okay? Let's have a good 2021. And until next time, it's Jimmy Stewart saying bye-bye for now. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.